I've hit on over 66% of my college basketball bets since February, and I have the pick that you need to take for the national championship. Last round, we went 1-1. We connected on Florida covering against Auburn, but we missed on Houston against Duke. And that is a precursor for what the pick is going to be for the national championship. I'm Joe DeLeone here at the Sports Geek. We give out best bets every single day during the week. We only have one today, though. There's not really a lot of good NBA games to pick from, so I felt that it made a lot of sense to focus for bettors who they need to bet on for this game in order to have a successful pick. I'm just straight up taking Houston money line. The line right now is close. When I took it, it was Houston +1. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me to just bet +1 for Houston. Now, if this thing opens up a little bit more and Florida ends up being favored by 2 or more, I would recommend taking Houston against the spread just to give yourself a little bit of a buffer. I wouldn't just take Houston straight up. But after watching both of these games, I think there was one thing that really stood out to me. Florida had a lot of resilience climbing back against Auburn. And Florida did a lot of the things that we have been used to seeing for them throughout this tournament run, during their SEC championship run. They've got a lot of really good athletes. Walter Clayton Jr. is a great player. They have a lot of different scoring options that they can turn to. And when they need to pick up steam in a hurry, they're able to accomplish that. But I feel as though the way that Houston was able to win the game that they did against a team that everybody felt very securely that they were the best team in the tournament, and it looked like that. When they were up as big as they were towards the end of that game, I think everybody just assumed, I assumed that Duke was, that five-point number I gave out a couple days ago, this is done. I didn't completely tune it out, but I was not paying attention to it as closely until I watched Houston storm their way back. The way that they were able to finish out that game was through dominant defensive efforts. And it all comes down to that final possession that Duke had where I really thought that I was about to watch what was going to be a historic moment that was going to be the precursor for what is about to be an incredible NBA career for Cooper Flagg. I thought as soon as the ball came in, okay, they're going to Cooper Flagg, and this is going to cement his legacy at Duke, and it's going to go on to create and build the already massive narrative around him and how he is going to be a great NBA player. And I watched him get completely driven out of the lane, try to attack the basket, had no room, and take a very ill-advised shot. None of that has anything to do with Cooper Flagg, and it has everything to do with the quality of defense that Houston has. Anyone who has paid attention to this channel and has paid attention during the stretch in which I was picking as high as I was since February, started doing college basketball picks because the focus before that was NFL and college football before I even started working at the Sports Geek, didn't start picking games till February. And one of the teams that I leaned on that was a wagon was Houston. And the thing that I emphasized was their defense and their rebounding. I know that this is a tough matchup for Florida, but I'm going to go with the more experienced coach, and I'm going to go with the team that plays harder balls to the wall defense in this battle. I think both teams are great, but something to me stood out about the way that Houston played and the way that they finished that game against Duke that I think a lot of people, the whole betting market right now is shifting in favor of Florida. At the time of taping this, it is currently Florida -1.5 on most books. I haven't seen any other book that has them at a different number. Everybody is going to bet on Florida. Houston is the pick to take. Comment below. What do you guys think? Who are you betting on? Hit that like button and subscribe. We'll talk to you later.